Everyone, this is Gina with Nostalgia Narratives. A lot of you know me as BellieBeads, paper jewelry, paper strips, and I will link actually that channel down below. But this is my new channel, and I'm really excited to bring this to you. This is my first junk journal that I've done, and it took me quite a bit. I've learned a lot about it through other videos, and I'm going to link all the other videos that inspired me. Some fantastic, awesome people that also create these junk journals, and they are so much fun. It really took me away because it tells a story, and that's what I love. I love books and I love stories. So I'm going to tell you the story about a girl and her bees. And this is my first junk journal, and it will be for sale on my website, and I'll link everything below. But again, thank you, and I welcome you, and I hope you enjoy this as much as I did making it. So this is a girl about her bees. And I loved when I created this. I loved the way I did the spine jewelry. Look at this. This is also removable. You can take that off as well. So this is a little girl, and she really loves bees. Her mother started her out off with the bees. So let's start with, this is her mom's little beekeeping book that she kept with her. And when I created this, I learned a lot about bees, I must say. This is about the hives and the pollen, and she would take little notes, and these were her other little notes that she had taken. I had so much fun doing this, I have to say. And these are little notes about pull the honey from the rain. A lot of times, you know, when it rains, you either have to cover it or pull them in to a safer space. You have to know what the pollen is all about. And I just made some little notes which were really cute. Call Dad, tell him you sold all hives. So she was excited about when the little girl did take on the hives and took on the whole bee thing. She just was so excited, and she wanted to tell her dad. And this is just some things. I loved when you can create something, and it doesn't have to be perfect, because that's the whole point. And the labels that they would make, and of course her mom had these hives, and they would make honey, and these were the little labels, and these were great. These were really fun. Let me show you what I did with these. I printed these out, and then I just placed some tape on it so it would look like a label. See the shininess? I thought that was so awesome. Let's put that back in its little tuck there. I've learned so many other things too about tucks and belly bands. So if you're deciding to do something like this, believe me, you have to really take a look at all the other videos and learn about them. They're just so much fun. And you can, I made mine where you can write a lot of places. You know, there's a lot that I didn't want to, here's another little envelope, and you can write on that. And whoever gets this, they can obviously change anything. But I wanted places where you can write at, you know. And that's the little book that, the beekeeping book. So when she would go over to the bees, making sure that the queen bee was okay, and she would record that. And these were these other little notes. Now there is a story behind this. So the mom had to move away, and the little girl moved away. So the little girl wrote to her bees. Hi, Mrs. B, I will miss you, but I will find a way to return. Thank you for all the fun. So the girl was learning about bees. And then one day she just had to, you know, leave with her mom. And I made sure that there was some writing space. I loved creating these. These were clustered, little clusters. And then each time she would write to her bees, she would use her bee stamps. Look at these. Are these not so adorable or what? These are her bee stamps. So she would write to her bees, telling them that one day she will return. These were also very fun to make. Okay, and then again, I actually hand-dyed all these papers yellow. And this is a little bee lady. And this is another little book that I created where they can record all the activity of the bees. And this is actual things that I have found online that beekeepers would record. And they would record the swarms by the time. And this I thought was really cool. You know, a lot of times when you're reading a newspaper or something and you have your tea or coffee and your cup gets on the paper. So I created that one. I thought that was really kind of cool. And it was so much fun doing. And then we have here, she is again recording. There is a lot of recording of the activities of bees. So I made sure that I had that in the book. And these are things that were actual events that occurred online with beekeepers. It's just information about the honeys and the tiny clusters and how they kept them. And that was one thing that I wanted to create and make authentic, was the actual activity of beekeepers and how they record things. And here's a little thing. I didn't put anything in here, but I'm sure that you can. And again, there's a National Honeybee Day. And this is a little belly band, a little tuck. You can put things in there. A lot of things I left without anything being tucked in there, so whoever does get this book, they can create it themselves. Now here's the little girl. And her mom would take this envelope and put all the little notes and things that she wanted. And this is the little girl. And here it says, "Tough gets going." That was the one phrase that her mom always would say. You know, this is something that she took pride in, because her husband, and we'll see later in the book here, what her husband was away at war, and she would write notes, and she was kind of on her own. She was like a mom that did everything on her own, and she was a very strong mom. And she used to love reading, so I put this in here. She loved reading, and she loved to draw and paint. That was one thing she loved. And these are some more paper. And this is another little tidbit about honeybees and social hardworking. It talks about how bees work together. And the little girl would love to collect things that had bees on it. So she collected little bees, bee pictures. She loved her pictures. And here we go. This really tells the story of about everything right in here. And this is her mom. And this is actual pictures of my personal photos. And this is her mom. And this is her husband. Again, these are all personal photos. And she would write to her husband when he was away. And when he would come see her, sometimes this is the tickets that they would use when he would come visit her. And he would write on the back, "To my girl." And that was her. Now again, these people are not related. They're not, since they're personal photos, they are two separate families. And these are some of the letters that they would write back and forth. I thought these were really kind of cool. And there we go. She used to love to drink her tea and put her cup down. Sometimes it was on the letters. Okay. And here's some more. She used to love drawing, as I mentioned, painting. And here's just a nice little tuck of a little lady here. I had fun doing this one. This one's really cool. This is just some of the fabrics that she had from her own dress, and she used to love making paper dolls for her daughter. And this is the house where they had to leave from because the husband was in the army, so they left, and they traveled a lot. And they used to keep their bees there. This is a original. This is actually, I got this from an antique shop. This is a dairy receipt, and these are the things that she would go to this dairy company to purchase some of her groceries. I thought that was really cool when I got that one. And here's some more little notes, and here's a little envelope, and this is from the little girl. She said, "I know I will return to my bees." She was sad that she left them. And then here's some more. And I thought this was kind of neat too. Some more clusters. And here is something which is really cool. Her mom would make dresses for her. And this is an old pattern. I made an envelope out of it. And inside there, as I mentioned, these are their labels, and they would travel and sell their honey and put their labels on it. And they loved to go to the movies, so they always had tickets going to the movies. And this was really fun to make. I really enjoyed doing this tape. I'll have videos on everything on how I made things too. I really enjoyed it. And these are her brothers. And she used to love to make these. This is a cute little, I tried to put inspiring words on there. Be giving, which I thought was really kind of cool. And this is just another little cluster or little envelope that I created, and this is one of her favorite flowers. Here's some more bee information. And this is actual footage too, information that I collected while I created this bee journal. It talks about honeybee development, and then these are the different types of bees. This is the beehives. I really love this. I had a lot of fun with this one. And the history behind everything was really, really awesome to learn about. And this is her brother. Let me put this down a little bit. Oops, sorry about that. There we go. And this is her brother. And here's another envelope. Has all like a beehive on it. And she loved taking pictures of bees. And there you go. That's her bee. She just took pictures of them. And she would always have a label. Here's some more tucks. I'm sorry, clusters. And then we have, I have to say, I really had a good time towards the end of this. Here's some more tickets. They used to love going to the movies, as I mentioned. Here's a specimen tag. I thought that was fun. That was really fun to make. And it has actual, writing on that. And how much, the water would, you can't have too much water around the hive itself. And the rivers and how they dictate how the bees act. It was really awesome learning about them. And here's some more little clusters. I like that because it really decorated the edge of it. And I wanted to keep room for writing. I think that was the main thing. Here's another little label that I created. This right here is actual paper that I made. I made paper from pulp and everything. It was really fun making the paper too. I think I have some more in here. I like that cluster. Little cluster's cute. And then this is their backyard kind of thing. They have all these lights, and I thought that was really nice. This was really sweet. This I had, I did buy some digitals, and I'll put the link below on where I purchased the digitals. But this has a bead. This is actually tissue paper. And my videos, I will show you how I made everything. And then she's back. So the little girl grew up, and she's back. And here she started with her own specimen. And she just learned a lot about bees. And these are little, I love this one. This is cheesecloth that I dyed. And this is just a little, she wanted to write little notes on it. But I thought that was fun. And this actually, this paper here is tissue paper. And now she's back home. And she's happy because she returned to her bees. And here's some other little clusters. And she is painting her house, part of her house, yellow because she loves it. And this is an actual, what do you call those at the stores that when you purchase paint? They're paint chips, I guess you could say. I thought that was fun to make. And then we have some more. I even used the paint chips on there. I thought that was really cool. So, be a rainbow in someone's cloud. Her mother was very inspirational, so she wanted to continue that. She loved to read her books. So these are her little, she would use them for her books when she would read. And this paper is what I created. I made this, and I dyed it yellow. So I made that, the paper. And this is towards her end, but I love that. Look at that. It says daydreams, and that's what she used to love to do a lot. Now this I had a lot of fun with. So here she has a picture of, she returned to her house, and I created this so you would have some room to write on. But this is also her house that she returned to, and she loves the color yellow, as you can see. It's like a little book that she likes to travel with, like her mom did. And then I just put this, I thought this was really sweet, to just tie a little string on it for fun. And then she would have her index cards that she would record her own little information about her bees. There's her her new label. But let me show you what they all say in the back. Bees have 5 eyes. Didn't know that. Bees have 2 stomachs, one for eating, and the other one for strong nectar and processing it into honey. Honeybees have 170 odorant receptors and have a sense of smell 50 times more powerful than a dog. So these are the little things that I just clipped in there. And a lot of them were not finished. And I've learned that with junk journaling, nothing's perfect. So things get ripped off, things get, you know, if she travels with it. This was really fun to make. This is something that her mom, that is a keepsake that she kept. Her mom would travel with this, and it was all about her beehives. And look at that. Isn't that awesome? So she found this, and she kept it. I want to show you this one right in here. Oops, I'm out of camera, sorry. She found this. This was something that her mom made for her. It's a little bee. And then these are flowers that I have actually collected. And she put these in here because her mom would have flowers. A lot of the bees would like certain types of flowers, so she collected them. I thought that was really awesome. So I actually collected them on walks that I would take. And then she took a picture of her first beehive. She loved taking her pictures. Here's a picture of her beehive. Thought that was really cute. And the paper clips, I've created them, made them rusty looking. You can just clip that in there. And she, the little girl, her mom took this when she was a little girl. Again, her mom loved taking pictures. And this is her holding a beehive. This is her looking at a beehive. I thought they were little cute little pictures to collect. So she kept them. And this one is one of my favorites. This is her. That's her and her brother. And they were acting silly. The tape I actually made as well. Isn't that cool? So that is a girl and her bees. And I had so much fun creating this. And I hope whoever gets it has as much fun as I did making it. And I didn't want to put any ties on this one. I just figured it would be cute just like that. There we go. And if you notice the fabric, I looked all over for beehive fabric. I thought that was really awesome too. So there you go. And this is all within, I don't know if you saw it earlier, but it has beautiful glass beads on it. And that is a girl and her bees. So she did return to her home. So all my junk journals will have a story to it. I really thought that was unique about them. All right, so there you go. I hope you enjoyed this. And by the way, this little brooch here, her mom would wear. Let me pull it up to the camera so you could see. That's a real pretty brooch. And she kept it. And on the back here, that's the back, and that's the little girl who grew up. Isn't that pretty? Now these are all digital, so I will certainly link those below so you could take advantage of all those beautiful pictures as well. So there you go. I hope you enjoyed this. This will be, I will be selling this. So everything's going to be in the link below, under the description. I will also have a website, and that's where you can find this beautiful, precious book, A Girl and Her Bees. So thank you so much for joining me. Thank you for listening to my story, and I hope to see you once again. Have a good day. Bye.